Hi guys, welcome back. Good morning or good evening, wherever you are. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me, including my anniversary gift from my husband. You probably could tell from the title, but I did get a set of Bdellium Tools makeup brushes, and so I want to test them out, give you my first impression. So if that sounds like fun to you, then just keep on watching. This is how the brushes come. I mean, they come in a box, but they come in this really nice brush case here. It's rounded on the bottom and then pinched on the top. This is a really cool brush holder, especially for traveling, obviously, but it opens up like this, and then inside it actually has separations, which are hard to show, but it is nice because you can keep your brushes separated, and then you can also fold this top part down and actually use it as a brush cup, so to speak, if you're traveling and just have that sitting on the sink at the hotel or whatever you're doing. I will show you that my husband also bought for me their cleanser for the brushes. It actually claims to cleanse as well as condition the fibers of the brushes. So what's cool about this though is in the lid here you have these grooves, and then it comes with the soap in the other part here. This is what it looks like. It's a really good size. I think it will take forever to go through it. It comes in this little tin, so you just wet your brush, swirl it on the soap, and then take the lid with the grooves and, you know, sort of agitate the bristles on here, and it really does clean not these brushes, but all brushes really well. Any of my brushes that had staining on them, when I tried it with this, they look like brand new again, and it was nice because they don't feel dried out because there are conditioning agents in here. So that's well worth it. I believe this runs about $20. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to start out with my IT CC cream and the star of the show. This is the number 957 Precision Kabuki brush, and this is what it looks like. The handles are gorgeous. They're triangular in shape, so you really can hold it like a pencil and, you know, do what you're gonna do. But this has a flat, very flat top on it, and it looks like duo fiber. But all of these brushes are vegan and cruelty free. They are synthetic, but there is nothing lost, in my opinion, in the synthetic nature of these brushes in terms of how soft they are. I've only used these once, so these really are my first impressions because I've just very quickly used a few of them to get ready yesterday. So anyhow, got a little bit on the brush, and we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Don't laugh at me if I'm doing this horribly wrong. So far, I really like it. These absolutely are so soft. So soft. They're very comfortable in the hand, you know, due to the ergonomic sort of triangular shape of these. And I think I forgot to tell you that these are the Golden Triangle collection by Bdellium Tools. I guess I could tell you the reason my hubby bought me these is because our 15-year wedding anniversary is coming up in a few days. Feels like quite an accomplishment to me sometimes. I'm sure it does to him too. But yeah, we've been married for 15 years in just a few days. And I had sent him this link quite a long time ago, probably like 6 months ago. And he actually ordered them for me. So just the fact that, you know, he knew that that was something that I would like is, you know, very sweet to me. And then also, you know, the fact that he hung on to the link, and then also just the fact that he supports my YouTube and journey in beauty. This could not be softer. I absolutely love this brush. Next, we're going to go in with concealer, and I will just keep you on for this one because I use a beauty blender for my concealer. I've tried, and I did receive a concealer brush. I will show it to you. This is the number 534 Precision Concealer Brush, and this is what it looks like. It's pinched at the ferrule and flat and but stiff at the same time, flat but stiff. And I don't prefer to apply my concealer with a brush, so I'm just gonna go in with my dampened beauty sponge. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyelids with this same concealer. And this is the 980 large powder brush. It's pinched at the ferrule, so you can see right here, it's pinched at the ferrule, and then it tapers out. Oh, it's just gorgeous. It feels so perfect in the hand when you're holding that triangular shape. It's weighty. All the ferrules on the brushes are the rose gold color, and I just think they're gorgeous. So I'm gonna go in with my tried and true Hourglass powder in the shade Dim Light and just set my face with this. For being synthetic, it blows me away because this is every bit as soft as my cat, every bit as soft as a rabbit. It's fur. I mean, it just feels luxurious. And you guys, I don't mind cheap brushes at all. I love me some Real Techniques brushes. I love Morphe brushes, certain ones. In the grand scheme of things, if you break it down, these are about $10 a brush, which is why it's such a good deal to buy it in the set like this. They do have 3 phases. You do get this, oh, here you can see it has the compartments here. Now you can see it without the brushes in it. And all the phases do come with that, the bag for them, and then they do have one separate set. They have phase 1, 2, and 3, and then they have another set that is 15 eyeshadow brushes, which is, and again, is a great value. So I do recommend you buy the soap though, because, you know, you want to take care of your investment. So super soft. I love the shape of it. I like that it's tapered and also pinched. You know, if you wanted to, you absolutely could get pretty precise with it and do your contour or whatnot. Next, I think we shall go in with bronzer. And the brush I'm going to use is the 962 Slanted Blusher, is what it's called. It's got this angled shape on the end, and it again is pinched at the ferrule. You can see I used it for bronzer yesterday. Also, my bestie came over last night. We were playing with makeup, so you know, this is hashtag real life. Like I said, I did use them briefly yesterday, but I really like the shape of this. And this is my number 7 bronzer in the shade Caramel. I just love the angle of this. I have another brush by Sony Kashuk that is angled like this, and I just love that angled cut for bronzer. It makes it, you know, you can get real fine up in the hairline, but then you can also shade out your temples. I'll show you now how it sort of cuts the cheekbones at an angle really nicely. Not a professional makeup artist. This is just how I do things, of course. And I'm definitely not used to sitting to do my makeup. Generally, on a daily basis, I stand in my bathroom and do it. Again, I love this. I do love these angled, chiseled. Absolutely would be an amazing blush brush if you turned it on its flat end here. So let's go ahead and get into the eyes. I did, as I said, put concealer on my eyes just to prime them today, and I'm going to be using the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm gonna go in with that shade Tempura just to set my eyelid, and I'm going to use the number 785 Tapered Blending brush. It is tapered right here, and man, are these soft. This definitely, I mean, these brushes pick up the product like nobody's business. So I actually got 2 free brushes. This is the Bdellium Tools 785, which is the same number as this Tapered Blending, and really honestly, they're pretty much the same. I to use that for my transition shade, which is going to be Bon Frisco. This just makes the eyeshadow work effortless. I mean, you know, I don't have to work hard by any means with the Morphe brushes. Again, I love my Morphe brushes, but these are just a little bit better. And if you're working with soft shadows like I am with these ABH shadows here, I recommend you go in super light-handed if you don't already with the ABH shadows. You just barely have to tap your brush into them. And kapow! You got some powder on your brush, girl! So, I will say, I do not feel like this yellow-handled one is as soft as its Golden Triangle counterpart. The bristles look, you know, just about exactly the same, but this one does not feel as soft as this one by a long shot. So just for your information, first impression style. I think next we're going to go in with the small tapered blending brush number 783. This is a white bristled brush, so you can see that I've used it. Woo, doggy. Brr. I know, you're not supposed to blow on your brushes, but they're my brushes. I don't use them on anybody else. So go in and carve out this crease with the Cypress Umber shade. Oh yeah, this stuff just glides on. I mean, ABH is a good formula, obviously. I mean, and you guys have heard me talk about it before. I love me some ABH shadows, but this just absolutely makes it effortless. I am noticing myself holding the brush way too close to the ferrule though, given this, because I feel like I want to grip it here, but that definitely affects the pressure that you're using, and you kind of want to use, one of my favorite YouTubers, her name is Cinnamon Cooney, or the Art Sherpa, and when I was learning how to paint and doing tutorials along with her, she would say use wet cat pressure, like how gently you would approach a wet, pissed off cat. And I kind of feel like it's the same way with eyeshadow. You know, you don't want to grind your brush into your crease, or you're going to end up with just way too much pigment. So, and then this is definitely, I think, going to be one of my favorite brushes in the collection, and it is the number 767 round blender brush. And it's domed, as you can see, but it's also very dense. We're just gonna be crazy, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Realgar, which everybody loves, but I've always sort of stayed away from, and we're gonna use this brush to blend that out, what we just did with the Cypress Umber. And I can tell you already, this rounded blender brush here is amazing. It actually absolutely takes away any harsh line. Last night I totally sported one look on one eye and one look on the other eye when my best friend and I were playing with my makeup and, you know, having a glass of wine and a good time. And we thought, well, we should see if my husband noticed when he got home from work and, you know, all of that. And he noticed. My husband is colorblind, so he doesn't always know like what color is on my eyes. I mean, he can tell if it's bright or dark or what have you. But I had, we were playing with the Urban Decay Distortion palette last night, and I did like black for the halo eye on the inside and the outside of the eye, and then put a bright blue over the top, but then the other eye was much more subtle. It was like a, I don't know what you want to call it. It was like a purpley pink look, but there was no black or real deepness to it. So he looked at my eyes and sort of noticed right away just how deep that was. So this is what it's looking like. Look how blown out and beautiful it is. I think I'm gonna knock that Realgar back just a notch. I'm gonna go in with this golden ochre shade and blend down from above. So blend that from my eyebrow down, and with this type of brush, that really just kind of knocks it back a little bit. But, you know, a shade lighter than the one you're trying to knock back a bit. Now I'm going to go in with the number 777 shadow brush. These are brown fibers. It is pinched at the ferrule. It's meant to lay down shadow, particularly matte shadows. It works well for on the lid or anywhere. I mean, you could definitely use it to go into the crease if you really, really wanted to deepen that crease. But I don't today. I'm not going for the punched in the eye look. I want to do antique bronze on the outer half of my lid, or outer third. We'll see how she comes out. It just lays it down like butter. Absolutely. I hope you guys are taking this video with the sort of wavelength that I'm going on. This is absolutely not meant to be a bragging video. You know, although I do want to give my hubby kudos for an amazing gift. My husband is not always the most romantic dude, but when he does it right, and he speaks to my heart. And I still feel like I want some more orange up here. It looks good on camera, but here in the natural lighting, I feel like I need a little bit more. So this is the other freebie brush that I got, and it just says 776 on it. This is from their bamboo line, so it has colored bristles. They have different colors you can get, but the handles are bamboo. So I'm just gonna go back with a little bit of Real Gar and see if I can't add a little more orange. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Now we're talking orange. I'm gonna go back in with the shadow brush and take tempera and go ahead and do the brow bone highlight before we finish up the lid. I think we will take this blending brush again. I'm gonna run it on my color switch here from Ulta and make sure that it is clean and not having any more of that Real Gar shade, and just make sure that the brow bone is blended in with the colors underneath. So the last brush that I really want to show you is this one called the Shading Blender, number 773. This is what it looks like. It's already stained because this is a kind of brush that I use every day. I'm going to give it a little spritz of Fix Plus, not in front of my mirror like I normally do. I think we're going to, I really love this shade Vermeer, which is the lighter shimmer up here, but I think we're gonna go in with the more yellow shade Primavera for the inner part of the lid. Oh yeah, I like how smooth it's going on. I suppose the one brush we don't really have here is for something for the inner corner highlight. This is the Bold Lip Pencil, number 542. It's very flat, synthetic feeling bristles. I think we're gonna go ahead and mist it with Fix Plus and take my favorite shade Vermeer and do a quick little inner corner highlight. We'll see. You guys absolutely, you can do whatever you want with your brushes. You don't have to use things exactly how, you know, they were intended to be used, or, you know, what they say on the handle. If you feel like it'll work good for something, then use it for that. Just because this says blusher on it does not mean I can't use it for bronzing and highlighting, you know. I think you gotta do you. Just because something is marketed that way doesn't mean it can't be used for a different purpose, you know. I actually really like how this is laying out my inner corner highlight. I think we'll go in with the shadow brush 777. It's the flat one for doing mattes. I'm gonna take this with a little bit of Real Gar on the lower lash line. Yeah, I like it. All right. I am going to go ahead and finish up the eyes with some mascara and clean up a little bit on the side here, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back. I did brows, I did mascara, and I did lips. In case you're wondering what I have on, it is a Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick in the shade Rhubarb. Definitely one of my favorite lip shades. So everything is done except for my hair, no, except for blush and highlight. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, but real quick, I'm gonna show you the couple of brushes that we didn't use today. This is the number 760 liner or brow brush, and it's just a little angled brush, teeny tiny head on it. Definitely would be a good brow brush if that's what you're into, and maybe I will be at some point. And then this is the eyeliner brush, really tiny little tip, and I think that would be nice as well. Obviously for, you know, like a gel eyeliner or what have you, but I don't really wear that at this point in time. But I could see wetting it with Fix Plus, and then, you know, using it with a shadow for a liner, because I do like the look of liner. I'm just not real adept at, you know, applying liquid liner at this point in time. And then the last brush, which is a great brush, I actually probably should have or could have used this for setting my primer down. But this is the 765 small angled shader brush. It's kind of hard to see, but it's cut at an angle just like this blusher brush is. So it's nice. I mean, it works for blending, or, you know, really honestly, this is one of the most versatile brushes that you would receive in this phase 1 step. So that's all the brushes. We have 2 brushes left to use. Again, this is the 958 DF powder blending brush, but I'm going to use it full blush. I also did clean up on the side here where I went a little crazy with shadow, but I did not use one of these brushes, and that's not a new event in my life. So here we come. Ooh, let's go ahead and try that blusher brush that we used for bronzer and see how they compare. Oh yeah, that works much better. All right. So, woo, I like it. This one is very nice. This chiseled edge, you know. Oh yeah. Ta-da. Oh, so pretty. All right, that's blush, and the last thing is highlight. I'm gonna go in with the, not that you can see it because I'm blinding you, the Urban Decay Afterglow palette. I don't know, I believe this is the lighter one. This is what it looks like. I think I'm gonna go in, I've been really liking, especially with warmer looks, a mixture of the ONS and Cliche. So this bronzy shade with this goldish shade is, you know, especially like I said, with warm looks. And the last brush we haven't used yet is the 945 contour brush. That's what it looks like. Definitely would be wonderful for contour, although I already have a favorite brush that I do use when I contour versus bronze. I don't contour a whole lot. I do love brushes like this for highlighter, so I'm gonna go into these 2 highlighter shades, and I did use this yesterday as well. Bonk. Again, totally not used to doing my makeup sitting down. You can see that's a really nice highlight. It's very well blended. Why don't we go ahead in with this powder blending brush and just give it a little blend. Try and get rid of any harsh lines. I don't like a streak of highlighter, so that's pretty. I like it. And go ahead and do my nose. And of course, my favorite place, the Cupid's bow. Normally I would do this before I do lipstick, duh. But for the sake of time, I went ahead and did the steps that I wasn't going to show you because it didn't pertain to the brushes. So that's it. We are all ready for the day. I feel like I'm having an amazing makeup day as a result of using all of these brushes. Again, you get 15 brushes. The cost is $140 for the 15 brushes. And then I have +2, the yellow and the green one that I got for free. The $140 does include your brush bag for travel, which is amazing. I do recommend you go ahead and get the cleanser as well while you're there ordering these brushes if you do. However, if you don't want to order this one, Sigma makes a nice one that's a tiny bit cheaper than this, but look for a brush cleaner that has conditioning agents as well to keep your brushes soft and, you know, keep them in good shape. So hopefully nobody took this as a bragging moment. There was no intention there. Other than I will brag that I have an amazing husband and we've been lucky enough to have 15 years together. I hope we have 15 and 15 and 15 more years together for sure. But these brushes were an amazing, thoughtful, and supportive gift from him, and I love them. These are forever brushes. If you take care of brushes, nice brushes like this, they will last you for your lifetime. Also, you absolutely can buy any of these brushes individually. So if there was a particular brush that you're like, yes, I'm missing that from my collection, I recommend them wholeheartedly. But these are, again, the Golden Triangle set, and I love them, and you will be seeing lots more of them in the future. But again, I love my other brushes. I love Real Techniques. I even love e.l.f. brushes. They're just, a good brush is a good brush, but these are all great brushes. I have absolutely no complaints whatsoever. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you all are having many good makeup days yourself, and I will see you in the next one.